We're dealing with a serious topic today, resurrecting black health. And the reason it's a serious topic is because a lot of times we as a people don't really focus on our health until we get sick. I really won't say it until it's too late, because as long as you're alive, then you still got a chance to turn it around. But the brother that we have here today, along with his wife, we're honored to have both of them here, have some great information that can hopefully inspire you and motivate you to go out and take your health back. Because the best health care is self-care, it's not Obamacare. So, you know this brother, you've seen him, all his DVDs, you've read his books, African Holistic Health, Melanin, Nutricide. The brother's been doing work for our people for over 30 years. So without further ado, I want to bring up our elder, our brother, that we respect. Give him a well-rounded applause, Dr. Llaila Afrika.
Charlotte, right?
Yes.
There's one black community all over the world. Many of you look like people I've seen before. Some of you in jail, but some of you. Yeah, I must have done a good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's a pleasure being here. I guess we're going to talk about health for some reason. It seems as though we're dying. It seems as though a lot of people here won't be here when I come back next year. It's because it's a very costly thing to invest in your life. We want someone else to save us all the time. The Wizard of Oz, or whatever his name is, Dr. Filthy, and all these people on TV. We want them to save us, but it's really up to us to save ourselves. We live in a self-defense kind of mode. We don't control the food that we eat. We don't control the land anymore. We lost 20 million acres of land ever since we shall overcome. In 1964, I was there. We lost all that farmland when we integrated into America. So we really don't have control over the air, the water, the land. So we have to live in self-defense. Certain things you just have to do. We live in a polluted environment. Water is polluted. You take a shower in polluted water. It has fluoride in it, which is sodium fluoride, we call it. It's called rat poison. We take a shower in rat poison, and then we kill a lot of trees that have soft toilet paper. You have to use old trees that have soft toilet paper, at least 100 years old, so we're destroying the forests every time we wipe out the hinds. Oh, thank you very much. I was kind of enjoying talking to myself. So we have to live in self-defense because of the contaminants we're in. The clothing we have has chemicals in it. That's the new clothes smell. That's a chemical in there to kill pesticides and rodents. So we breathe in those chemicals in, which lower the sperm count, and our carpets lower the sperm count. We live in this chemicalized environment, which is very toxic, aside from the radiation from the cell phone and the computers and the mobile or the flat screens and all these heavily radiated machines that cause a lot of cell mutation and damage in people. The main thing we have to understand is that the liver is the one that receives the brunt of this toxin. All these toxins go to the liver. The liver's trying to get rid of the radiation. The liver's trying to get rid of the sound. The liver's trying to get rid of the toxic, loud sounds you hear and the rape scenes you see, what you call music videos. All of that's toxicity. Everything gets turned into a liquid in your body to go to your brain, because you do not see with your eyes, you see with your brain. You do not hear with your ears, you hear with your brain. The ears are sensors, but they don't know what they're hearing. The eyes are sensors, but they don't know what they see. The brain knows what you see. You see with your brain, you hear with your brain, you taste with your brain, you touch with your brain. You have one sense, your brain, and 5 sensors. So all of these toxic things that you hear, these loud sounds, turn into a liquid that goes to the brain, and the brain says you've heard something. These toxic sounds, and then they go to the liver, and the liver says, well, it's too loud, it's going to hurt you, let me get rid of this toxic chemical. So the liver is constantly fighting to get rid of that loud sound, constantly fighting to get rid of all of these rape, sex scenes that you call television, and movies, and music videos. The liver is getting rid of all those toxic emotions you have from talking to the Negroes in your family who are looking for pickled pig meat. The liver is trying to get rid of all of these toxins, and it needs some help. You can help it with a herb called dandelion root, which they show on television. It's a yellow plant that's trying to save you. They show it on the telly on these weed killer containers. That's the one you need. Dandelion root. We used to eat dandelion salads and poke salads. That's what your ancestors used to eat. They ate 50 wild herbs that you don't even eat. That's how they survived slavery. They knew there were worms in pork. So they used to put cloves in it to kill the worms. They put honey on the ham. The worms come to eat the honey, and they run into that clove, and the clove would kill the worms. Your ancestors knew what to do. They were dealing with this environment in self-defense. And I'm trying to say you have to get back to that self-defense. So eat some cloves once a week, kill the worms, because you know you're wormy. You crawl around in your prostate, your uterus, and your vagina, and you think you're horny, you just got worms. So I'm saying get some dandelion root to help your liver defend you. It's another herb called milk thistle that you should get to help the liver defend your body from the toxic sounds, the toxic things you feel and hear, and the toxic thoughts you have. It's the liver. The liver is a major gland. It's on the right side of your body, right below your ribs here. Everything else is on your left, your heart, your stomach, your spleen, your pancreas. The liver is over here. The liver is responsible for keeping you warm. It's the greatest generator of heat in your body. It keeps your heart warm, keeps your intestines warm. It's your liver. The liver stores about 8 hours of energy, so you should never get tired. Because the liver has all this extra energy to get called glycogen. It's the liver. You sit down and you fall asleep, it's because you don't have any stored energy in your liver because you weaken the liver with alcohol, vinegar, which is not listed as a food in any chemistry book in the world. It's listed as a toxic poison. You can't eat what Europeans eat. They just found out how to eat. That's in their history books. So you can't take these toxins that damages your liver. Fried foods. No frying pan has ever been found in a pyramid dig in African history. We didn't fry foods. That's a European custom. It's like you're saying, God bless you when you sneeze. That's Europeans. They figured their soul fell out their nose and they would die. So if you sneeze and you don't die, they say, God has blessed you. And you're going around saying these stupid things, not knowing where they come from. Everything is attached to culture. If it is not attached to culture, it does not exist. Everything is attached to culture. Dancing, music, that's Mexican music. That's Spanish music. That's Italian food. That's Chinese food. Everything's attached to culture. If you do not attach it to culture, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just ignorant. I'll say ignorant for those who are college. It's raining cats and dogs. They had straw roofs in England and Germany and France, and the cats and dogs would be up there. And when it rained, the straw would get slippery, and the cats and dogs would fall off the roof. So they say it's raining cats and dogs. You just go around saying stuff. But nonetheless, let's get back to defending your liver from you. Because the liver tries to repair things when they go bad. The liver says, let me help this ignorant Negro out. And the liver's trying to help you out. It can't repair teeth. That's the only thing the body cannot repair is teeth. If you fall down, you get a scar, you repair that. You crack your bone, you get a spur, your body's coming back to repair that, but it can't repair teeth. And anything that can hurt your teeth can hurt your heart, your eyes, your liver, your pancreas, your bones. And you know what rots your teeth out? Sugar. You know what it is. It's the leading cause of me making money in my life is sugar. Even when I worked in mental illness, it's the leading cause of all diseases. High blood pressure is caused by a concentrated sweetener called sugar. Hyperactivity is caused by sugar, concentrated sweetener. Without sugar, there would be no special ed. Sugar dries your skin. There goes the lotion industry. Sugar is the leading cause of blindness. There goes the... If you name an industry, you're talking about some sugar. Without sugar, nobody gets paid. Dries your skin, rots your teeth, the dentist, your eyes, makes your hair fall out when you're 20, dries out your prostate, dries out your uterus, dries out your bones, arthritis, dries out your muscles, rheumatism. Without sugar, nobody gets paid. We were brought to America, the Caribbean, to harvest sugar. That's what we were brought here for, to harvest sugar for white people. That's what we did. We were always a victim of white sugar, even today. But I know we're not addicted to sugar or things that have sugar on them, like all French fries sold at Burger King, McDonald's is sprayed with sugar. All tobacco is sprayed with sugar. All tobacco, Marlboro, whatever you want to call it. And an energy drink is nothing but sugar. Starbucks would close down if it wasn't for sugar. So we into this whole thing of not taking our power and saying, wait a minute, this is not right. I mean, God knows what God is doing. I don't have to put sugar on food that God has made. There's already sugar in it. There's already sugar in spinach, collard, spinach, kale. There's already sugar in it. Why we put sugar on it? Then we have this other syrup we pour called barbecue, which is nothing but molasses and sugar. Read the label. It's nothing but molasses and sugar. That's what a barbecue is. Sweet meat. It's sugar. But we have to kind of understand that we have to take control of our health ourselves. We can't leave it up to the Burger King, Burger King, or McDoo-Doo. We can't leave it up there. We got to take control of our health ourselves. That's what we were doing before we were let in the hospitals of the Europeans. Up to 1940, we took care of ourselves. Midwives, we didn't go to the hospital, we had children. That's ridiculous. We had children at home, like everybody else did. The Indians, Chinese, Japanese, Filipinos, Taiwanese, everybody had the children at home. The Europeans come up with this thing, having children in the hospital, which is the most devastating thing you can do to a child. Born around strangers with masks on their way to a Klan meeting, no doubt. But it's a devastating thing to just walk into people's customs and know nothing about them. Just freely walk into their hospitals, freely walk into their food. I have nothing against the Europeans, the Crackozoids, white people, sorry. I read a lot of books written by white people. I read a lot of research written by them. I've been to their schools. I go there, I spy on them. They spy on us, I spy on them. Fair is fair. course, I went to another little step. I even went to their caves. The caves in Nottingham, the caves in France. I've been to the caves where they come from. They don't let you go to the caves. They brick them up. You go back there, they lock you up. You ain't going in their caves. They'll go to Egypt and study you. You better not go study them. Nowhere in the world will they let you walk in their caves. I went a little further. I went in their caves, spent the night, smelled where they come from. I got funkerized. So I was just illuminated on the point about the liver, helping the liver do things, and I did mention sugar and that sort of thing. But I'm going to go away from that part to get you to understand. If I talk to you, I got to go through your brain. And that's where the problem is. It's a very difficult thing to talk to a certified Negro under warranty. You got to go through their brain. And understand this. We are not mentally ill. 1 and 1 is 2. Everyone in here knows that. So your mind functions. You have an emotional problem. We are emotionally ill. We're not mentally ill. McDonald's doesn't sell the hamburgers to you mentally. With nutrition and science, they sell it to you emotionally. So the thing is, you have to understand how emotions functions. Because you are emotionally been preyed on by everybody. That's why you wear the clothes you wear. That's why you listen to the shows you listen to, the music you listen to. You listen to music for emotions. You listen to love songs for emotions. You go to the movies for emotions. So we have to know how these emotions function because we're being had by them. Everybody's preyed on our emotions. Where do they come from? They come from you being unborn in your mother's womb. That's when emotions start. That's when your anger starts. That's when love starts. That's when frustrations. You learn all those emotions before you are born. They're constructed. They grow like a tree. You call the root of the tree in the body the brain stem. And on top of that, we have another brain we call the corpus callosum. It's the middle brain. And on top of that, we have that picture you see of the brain, which is the cortex, which is nothing but fat that you see, by the way. So we're saying that everything starts at the brain stem. The impulse comes to the brain stem. That impulse travels through 12 melanin dots, which you have. Jacob's ladder, ascension, Osiris ascension. Actualizing yourself, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, whatever you want to call these black dots on your brain stem. You have 12. The Europeans have 2. So you're already into emotional languages beyond them. You see, that's why your music sounds different. They don't understand you. You're talking to each other. They're getting ready to fight. The niggas getting ready to fight. So we just have a large emotional vocabulary. You have to have the emotional vocabulary to have the emotional budget, to have the emotional expense account. You're a human being, you have to have the emotional vocabulary, you have to have emotional budget to have the emotional expense account. If you don't have the emotional expense account, you have problems. You can't spend too much money on your car, you don't have enough money for your rent. You have an expense account. What is your emotional expense account? Some things are too emotionally expensive for you to do. You say, look at here, I would talk to you today, but talking to you is too emotionally expensive. I ain't talking to you today. You're not in my emotional budget all month. You gotta put a limit on how much emotion you're spending. Or you won't have enough to spend on the people you need to spend it on, your children, your marriage. You gave it all away to the whatever. I'm not going to talk about white people. So, I'm saying these emotions are constructed. You use them before you're born. You're a complete emotional package before you're born. The emotions at your brain stem, that's a hormone called progesterone. Then it goes to estrogen, which is in the middle part of your brain called parietal. Then it goes to the front of your brain, frontal cortex. Progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. See, it's a hormonal trail. So if I change your hormones, I can change your life. That's what I'm talking about. So I want to change your hormones. Then I got you. I want to shut down this hormone made by your thyroid. Your thyroid is right here. The word means saddle, and it looks like a saddle. It's like the gear shift in your car. It makes your car go fast and slow. That's what the thyroid does. Regulate burning energy fast or slow. So I'll just shut it down. If I shut it down, you'll get fat. So I put all the cattle, all the pigs, all the turkey, all the chickens on an anti-thyroid diet. Shut it down and they get big and fat. You got 9-year-old boys that can ejaculate, 9-year-old girls ovulating because they shut down their thyroid, you see. Yeah. You reproduce quickly when you're sickly. George Washington Carver. A plant that's sickly will reproduce quickly. You are sickly as a race, so you're reproducing quickly. That's why you have 9-year-old girls pregnant. In this country, we have the highest epidemic of 9-year-old black girls pregnant in the world. Not by someone else 9, someone 20, 30 years old. Because the emotions have been damaged, you see. What I want to do is I want to be able to destroy you emotionally. And to do that, I have to know when to stress your mother. Stress her in the first trimester, second trimester, third trimester. I'm messing with the way the emotions are built, you see. I'm talking about manipulation and control here. What I'm saying is you've been emotionally damaged before you're born. Then you get in one of these families that escaped from the insane asylum. Leroy's masturbating to Ray Charles. I mean, really, the whole family's dysfunctional, and your emotions get all scrambled with them. Then you leave the house to go to school, and Columbus discovered America. And Negroes. Now you're getting all messed up with the school system. Then you have one of these relationships that you call a relationship. It's just some leftover piece of trash that you done fell in love with. Somebody else didn't want them. And there they are, leftovers. So you fall in love with some leftovers, and they're not emotionally fulfilling to you because they come out with 100% emotion. They say, I ain't gonna do this in this relationship because it didn't work in that. I ain't gonna do this because it didn't work in that relationship. I ain't working. They're giving you 25% of what they got. And you give them 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. The relationship damaged you, your family damaged you, you were damaged before you were born. I'll be damned. And then McDonald tell you you're gonna be all right.
Right.
Because a happy face goes places. In this country, jail. Nonetheless, I'm just trying to say we got to understand how we're being had emotionally so we can protect ourselves, self-defense. Because we've been driven to eat these foods emotionally. We're driven to like Beyonce emotionally. That's how they make their money. They're preying on you. So understand these emotions, how they're constructed. They're constructed like a bunch of grapes. You can't have one without the other. You can't have love without hate. You can't have hate without envy. You can't have them separately. They come like a bunch of grapes. You can be angry and upset. You can be angry and worried. That's a whole lot of emotions. You can just come by one. Anger is all you have. No, you got a whole lot of other emotions going with that. Worry, stress. So they come in grapes, a bunch. That's the key to it. We call it a neuronet science. It's like a spider web. Neuronet is how they built. Every time you hear this feeling or see this feeling, the spider web grows and grows and grows until it's complete. You know what I'm talking about. That's a child that will listen to the same story over and over and over again. They're building a neuronet. They're building a bunch of emotional grapes. The kids say, oh, can I hear that story again? You say, Dad, I just read it to you yesterday. Can I hear it again? Until they build that net, they're going to keep hearing that story. Once they got that net built, that bunch of grapes, emotional grapes, they said, can I hear another story now? That's why they're doing it. Well, What we're talking about is the constructed emotions there. Now they have the emotional vocabulary, you see? But some emotions are taken away from you. They call it a catechism in slavery. They take away the emotions you need to be free. Who do you love? I love you, master. Who you going to work for? I'll work for you, master. Yeah, they took away all the emotions you need. Don't hate nobody. Hate's not good. Yeah, you need to hate some people. Yes, you do. Yeah, it's not good to hate. Yeah, it's good to hate somebody and rape your damn grandmother. Yeah. When you gonna pull out hate? Why you think God gave it to you? So they took away all the emotions you need to be free. They called it a catechism. Today they call it social engineering. They just give you another word for the same thing. But we look at our emotions and say, why am I eating this food? Am I eating this food because I'm hungry? No, I'm not hungry. Am I eating this food because I'm lonely? Okay, am I eating this food because I'm angry? You gotta ask you, what is the emotional reason why you're eating this food? At midnight, you eat some damn ice cream. You gotta know it's something emotionally wrong with you because you ain't never seen no cow eat some ice cream. They ain't stupid. Moo, moo and stuff. Moo, moo, moo. They ain't stupid. So you eating it late at night like that, you guys sitting there, something emotionally going on wrong here. Something's wrong with this picture here. And we call it ma'at. Everything goes through ma'at. Is this being just for my body? Is this being righteous for my body? Is this being harmony for my body? I ask them, is this going through ma'at? Is this following ma'at? That's our principles as African people. We have to take everything through ma'at. That's what I do with a scientific concept. I take it through my eye and try to cleanse it, wash that European stuff out before I take it in my body. Everything goes through my eyes, you see. If you're going through their culture, it's going to go left or right, which we call binary. Either for me or against me, binary concept. So nonetheless, we take it through our culture, which is ma'at. Is it truth? Is it just? Is it harmony? Is it balance? Is it reciprocity? Is it propriety? We take it through that. Everything. There's glory in ma'at. Happiness is in ma'at. We take it through that. So we ask ourselves 3 things to keep our emotions balanced. Is what I'm saying balance helping you? You listen to me say this, is it helping me? Is this conversation serving God? Is what I'm saying benefiting you? You listen to me say it benefiting me, and how is this serving my highest good? That's what we do. That keeps our emotions balanced. What did I say? 3 things. Is what I'm saying helping you? Is you listen to me say this helping me? Is this serving God or my highest good? It isn't shut the hell up. That's how we keep our emotions regulated. That's how you don't get into an argument. You say, how is this argument benefiting you? And how is this argument benefiting me? And how is us arguing with God making damn sense? We're going to lose this argument. We have to know these basic fundamentals about how we are built as human beings, how we're built emotionally, so we won't get emotionally ripped off and get a drive-by done by McDonald's every damn day. Basic things we have to know to be a human being have been taken away from us. They call it culture. They took it away. Everyone else has theirs. The Chinese, they have Chinese clothes, Chinese music, they have that stuff. They came over here with their stuff. The basic thing you need is your culture, because that defines who you are. Your culture gives you emotions. Your reaction to your emotions gives you a feeling. A long feeling is called a mood. Your culture gives you emotions. Your reaction to your emotion is called a feeling. A long feeling is called a mood. I'm telling you how this brain is constructed. Not like sick man Freud. He told you your brain is built like a fairy tale called Oedipus. Therefore, you have an ego, super ego, you have a conscious, you have a subconscious. No, your brain is not built like that. Your brain is built this way. The brain stem receives the impulse. The impulse goes to another part of your brain which says this impulse means you touched the fire, or this impulse means you smelled a bad smell. You follow what I'm saying? That interprets the impulse. Then emotions are attached to the impulse. This person is funky. You attach emotion to it. And then you have an action. Let me move away from this funky Negro. Impulse. Then the impulse is defined as touch or smell or seeing, and then the emotions attached to it, and then a behavior. That's how the brain is built. Someone told you it's something else, they lied. Your brain has nothing to do with no Oedipus, who wanted to have sex with his mother, and Pseudopus, who wanted to have sex with her father. So he killed his father so he could have his mother. That's the story. That's the Greek story that establishes your brain. No such thing. We African people, this brain was made by God. We don't play that. So we got to understand, I'm using their words, but I'm not talking about how they say your brain is put together. I'm using their words, but I'm not talking about how they say your emotions are put together. I'm telling you how we are built as people. We have to step outside of what they call today the box. Whatever. Stepping outside of white is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to say, run away from the plantation. Run away from the emotional plantation, the economic plantation, intellectual plantation. Be like Harriet Tubman. She carried the gun for Negroes, not for white people. Yeah, because she's trying to free Louis. She'll say, come on, Louis, I'm going to take you freedom. Louis will tell Master, that Harriet Tubman trying to take you someplace called freedom. I'm scared. Master, that's Harriet Tubman. She had to turn around and pop a cap in Leroy's ass. That was for them. It wasn't the white people. She wasn't the only Harriet Tubman. There was about 200 of them. She was the one that was sponsored by the white church. That's why you see her picture all over the place. There were about 200 of them. Nonetheless, we have to run away from that nutritional plantation. From everything is white plantation, white sugar, white milk, white flour, white rice. We got to run away from that nutritional plantation. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to free y'all. I know some of y'all been sitting here by the master. That's the Africa. That's the Africa. You know what he said about y'all? I know that. It's a struggle to be free because you're going to lose your friends. You're going to change your diet and your friends are going to leave you. Oh, you think you're something now because you're drinking spring water. I remember the day. Yeah. They're going to drag you down. I know you want some of this bacon. I know you want some of this. They're going to drag you down. Yes, they are. So your problem is freeing yourself from the Negroes around you so you can be free. And while I'm on the pig, just a little segue. A pig is one of the cleanest animals in the world. It's in the hippopotamus family. They will take a bath all day, every day. It's a very clean animal. But you take it out of its environment, and it can't get to the water. Then it rolls in its own bowel movement. It's more intelligent than a dog. The pig. And you go around and say, pig sure is filthy. Look at him. That's what they're doing to you. Took you out of your environment, out of your culture. Look at them Negroes. Look at them. Selling crack to each other. Look at them. They took you out of your environment. Took you out of your culture. Now they, don't do that to the pig. Show the brother some respect. Please. I didn't mean to go on that pig conversation. But chitterlings did save my life at one time. I ain't gonna lie. We ran out of bacon, so we put bacon grease on our bread. We tried to follow white people. They put grease on their bread because their teeth got rotten. That's why you never see a picture of George Washington smiling. He didn't have any teeth. Benjamin Franklin, their teeth were rotted out by the time they were 13 or 14. That's why you never see a picture of them smiling. George used to wear wooden teeth, and it hurt his jaw, and that's why he became addicted to heroin. Yeah, he was a drug addict along with the other drug addict presidents. You know, I ain't gonna get into that. Another conversation altogether. I want to talk about the brother. So anyways, I'm just saying that his teeth was rotten, he was addicted to white sugar, and he wore wooden teeth, and he had to take heroin, then the pain of it all. It wasn't until the Civil War were they able to get nice teeth, because they were pulling them out of the dead soldier's mouth. Before that, they were just pulling them out the slave's mouth. You smile and you had good teeth, but they gone. You pull them out your mouth, and they used to make that false teeth out of your parents' teeth. I don't want to tell you everything they did, because I want you to stay here. Listen to the lecture. If y'all be leading with guns. Kill these white people, kill these white people. So we got to ask ourselves this emotional questions. Understand one thing about this, that the very thing that you should not eat, you eat. The very thing an alcoholic wants is what? Alcohol. The very thing that crackhead wants is crack. The very thing that you should not want is weight. You shouldn't want the white sugar, the white flour, but that's the very thing you want because it's very addicting. It's addicting. Because we taught that this angel food cake is white and devil's food cake is... It's in our heads, way back there in our heads somewhere. And so they say, okay, your teeth should be white. And everybody's took physiology, teeth are yellow. All bones are yellow. It's physiologically impossible to have white teeth. Bones are yellow. They just look white because the sun is reflecting off of them, but bones are yellow. So now you're going, bleaching your teeth. And that in itself is ignorant. You know that. It's ignorant. Bleaching your teeth. You say, okay, I want to take my hair to Europe. So you straighten your hair, go out in the rain, and your hair down went to Africa. When you're fighting against nature, you're not going to win. That's all I'm saying. You're fighting against nature. Nature said, don't eat this. If you eat this, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to rot your teeth out. See? They said, don't do this. If you eat this, dry out your joint, you get arthritis. You eat that, you get arthritis. Nature's saying, look, you mess with me, I'll mess with you. Because I'm Katrina. Remember that. I kick ass. I'm Father Nature and Mother Nature. And you know nature can do something. Volcanoes, floods, nature can be rough. You mess with nature, nature don't mess with you. You hurt that plant called wheat, which is a berry, a sweet berry. You took away the fiber, took away the vitamins, took away the minerals, and bleached it. And now you got white flour. Now you're eating flour and bleach. Because the white flour is put on a rinse cycle. You're eating flour and bleach. You hurt the food and eat it, it's going to hurt you. That's all I'm saying. You understand that? That's 1 and 1 is 2. You understand if you damage the food and you eat it, it's going to damage you. Everybody understands that. Now, if you go out and eat that food, you have emotional problems, not a mental problem. You're emotionally ill. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have emotional illness, and where you go to the white man, he treats you as a mental illness. You're not going to get well. No way. I worked in the business. I used to make people crazy for a living. That's what I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I worked with a psychiatric institution. I did it in the military. I did it in children's prison, women's prison. I made people crazy. I had to pay my car note. That's what we do. I took care of men that used to rape women in Vietnam. That's what I did. Kept people crazy enough to function for white people. That's what we do. Nonetheless, let me get back to my lecture. So, we're living in a self-defense mode is what I'm saying. One of the ingredients of being in the self-defense is to understand your emotions and understand that everybody's preying on your emotions. And understand that you get addicted to things that hurt you. Alcoholics are addicted to alcohol. It hurts them. So you know if you like somebody, they're looking good and they're looking fine, it's because they're crazy and you're crazy. Because you only like crazy people because you're crazy. What do they say? Birds of a feather? Yeah. No, right away, that you're mentally ill and you're looking for someone else who's mentally ill. That's all you're doing. Bunch of leftover people. It's kind of hard to get out of this and claim yourself. You say, am I liking this person because they are contributing something positive to my life? Are they some kind of leftover trash that some other woman threw away? You follow me? You gotta ask that of these brothers are all fine. You gotta remember that you may have had one abortion, but he's responsible for 6. He's a walking abortion factory. You know that. Yeah, some women had abortion, never even told it. You know I'm telling you the truth. You all emotionally messed up because they had abortion, and he didn't have 6 of them already. He only even kid. And here you go, oh, he sure is fine. Yeah, he's fine because he's mentally ill. Look out. He's an outpatient on leave. So we just get back to kind of basic things. We want to eat whole wheat. We don't eat food that's been processed. We don't want to put sugar on things that shouldn't have sugar on them. We're eating all these jellies. We use tomato jelly, you call it ketchup. It's not but sugar. Barbecue is not but sugar. When you get down to it, you're just a sugarholic, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You eat the bread because it turns into sugar. The bleached white flour turns into sugar very quickly, so you're eating a whole lot of bread. If you boil the bread, you call it spaghetti. It's just bread, just dough. Boiled bread is spaghetti. If it's flat and round, it's pizza. It's still bread. Everywhere you go, you're eating a sandwich. Bread, 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 spaghetti, macaroni, pizza. It's all bread. You're a carboholic. You eat a lot of carbohydrates because they turn into sugar quickly. Where there's sugar, there's alcohol. You can't make alcohol without a carbohydrate. Barley, beer, right? Grapes, wine, right? Am I telling you? Bourbon, sugar cane. Molasses, rum. Am I telling you something you didn't know? You can't make alcohol without sugar. So the more sugar you eat, the more alcohol your body makes. Now you're addicted to 2 things. The thing you ate and the thing your body made. You have a seesaw addiction. So you eat anything in the alcohol family. Vinegar. It's in the alcohol family, you want it. You follow what I'm doing? I just know some basic chemistry. I got you in a seesaw addiction. Because if you buy a candy bar, damn sure better have salt in it. You can't be addicted to one without the other. It comes in bunches. Emotions come in bunches. So if you want sugar, you gotta crave salt. If you want salt, you gotta crave sugar. Emotions come in bunches. You eat sugar because of love. You eat salt because you're angry. Gotcha. I'm preying on your emotions, because that's the only thing I got to prey on. A black person with some sense, some knowledge, you can't make no money off of it. How you make some money off of it? I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna read that newspaper. No. I'm not gonna listen to CNN. No. That's all made up. I was in 2 of them crackers with the white people's wars. They are already in Syria about 6 months ago. When they told you they were in Iran, they were already in Iran. I was over there. They already been in there killing people. When you hear it, it's history. You just can't. You got to claim your brain here. They're playing on your emotions. That's how they sell the clothes, the cars, and all that stuff. The greatest nation in the world that black people have is imagination. Everybody's a member and everybody's president. So imagination is the greatest nation. You imagine you all that, but you ain't all that. You imagine you so peace-loving and everybody should like you. You ain't all that. You imagine you're cute. You know you look like an ugly sandwich. Your imagination is the greatest nation in the world. And imagination is emotions. And I'm praying on your emotions. The greatest nation in the world is imagination. Everybody's a member. Angry, you're pissed off, you joined the urination. You're in the nation, all right. Urination or imagination. Either one. And both of them are emotional. So we're praying on your emotions. Dr. Stevenson, can you come up here? You know I've talked too much, right, Doc?
Let's give it up for Dr. Afrika.
This is Dr. Stevenson, Dr. Melanie Stevenson. That's professional. This is my wife. But to you, it's Dr. Melanie Stevenson. Okay?
Let's give it up for Dr. Afrika one more time. Say it loud. Okay, we're going to try this again. I want everybody look next door to you. Make sure if anybody in here is not black, if you are, I'm sorry. But look next door. Okay? Everybody make a check. Black check. We got a black check going on? Okay, let's try this again. Say it loud. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what are you proud of? Your roots, your melanin, that's what I'm talking about. What else you proud of? What else are you proud of?
My history.
Your history. Your culture. How do you celebrate your blackness?
I'm here every day.
You here? Damn it, I woke up this morning, I'm here. That's how I celebrate it. How do you celebrate your blackness? How did your ancestors celebrate their blackness? You know your history, right? They were building pyramids. They were creating things. What are you doing? What's the last inventive thought that you've had? Come on now, I'm talking to the family now. We're having a family meeting. We're going to take
$1,000 plan.
what kind of plan?
$1,000 plan.
$1,000 plan.
Group economics.
We have to have economics, brother. That's true. So we got
$1,000 plan.
$1,000 plan. I'm gonna get it.
1 million blacks at 1,000 apiece is 1 billion.
Okay, so we got our economic plan. But to be economic strong, we have to first be a culture. Are we working on being a culture of people? How often do we get together like this? How often do we get together like this? How often do you get with your brother and your sister and you talk about things that you thought about that came from the ancestors? I had a dream, and in this dream, you were using mathematics. How many people are actually exercising their melanin? I challenge you, that's where you come from. To say you black and proud is not enough. It's not enough. What are you doing with your blackness? Now I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. I've been sitting up here going back and forth, but this melanin is on my back. We are a powerful people. Do you know how powerful you really are? Do you know everyone has to actually use your melanin to get where they're going? Do you know that every white person you see in a BMW, a Mercedes, living in the hills, actually took their ideals from you? It was your melanin that got them where they needed to go. How can we start to use our melanin for ourselves?
Yes.
How? Because you got an idea and you ran straight to them and gave it to them. Will you quit it?
Okay.
Will you quit it? Please. You don't need their approval. You don't need their patents. You don't need it. You're just taking it to them so they can steal it. Are you really working your melanin? Do you think your ancestors went to them and said, what do you think about building this pyramid? The dimensions here, they can't even build a damn pyramid. You have to think about who you are and what your birthright is. Are you using it? Are you using your birthright? How are you spending your money? How are you spending your money? How much of your money is spent with somebody who looks exactly like you?
That's right.
How much of your money is spent with somebody who looks just like you? And then I got to go on this side. Those of us who are proprietors or business people, how many of us are straight up?
All right.
How many of us actually stick to what we say we're going to do? Don't defile your melanin any longer. Your melanin is the key to anything that you ever thought and wanted to be is in your melanin. Now wait a minute. We're talking about this melanin, right?
Yes.
Just look at your arm. Let's feel your hair. Think about when you're looking, you're actually looking through melanin. Your eyes are being powered by melanin. If you really loved yourself, and there's this stuff called sugars. Anybody know what sugar is? Don't be quiet now. Don't even get quiet on me. I said, is it anybody in the house that know what sugar is? Everybody can just do this. Okay? Well, that sugar strips the ability for your melanin to do what it needs to do inside the body. It takes away your blackness. So are you really black and proud? Are you really black and proud? Because if you were black and proud, you would not eat sweets, as in white refined sugars. Are you strong enough when you leave out of this door for somebody to pass you a piece of cake and you say, oh, no, I can't do this to my melanin? See, because I have a pyramid to build. I have an equation to put together. Are you that strong? Are you that proud?
Yes.
You're quiet.
Yes.
You're awful quiet. You should be tired of being on that damn plantation. Just because you don't have shackles on don't mean you're not on the plantation. Just because you don't have shackles on your feet don't mean you're not on that plantation. Because see, now the plantation is in the sugar. Do you run to the master to put your shackles on when you go into the store? Are you defiling your melanin? Melanin is what makes you spiritual. Melanin is what gives you your visions. Do you know we're the most intuitive people on the planet? Do you know what it means to be intuitive?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? How many of us use our intuitive abilities? I got one in the house. I got two. Can I get a 3? Got a 3. Can I get a 4? Got a 4. Can I get a 5 in the house? Give me a 5. Can I have a 5? Got a 5 in the back. Appreciate it. Can I get a 6? Got a 6. Thank you. Intuitiveness is what keeps you off the plantation. Why are you not using it? Why? Because it's voodoo. It's dark. It's not rooted in dying going. See, it's that intuitive ability that helped you to understand what I was talking about. I knew you had it. It's in you. It's in you. But when you use things like alcohol and drugs, you actually suppress your intuitive ability, which comes from the melanin. You're actually stripping your melanin, not allowing it to be the spiritual being that it is inside of you. You take on another spirit. That's why you get so tired. How many people have eaten, so now I'll put myself first, okay? I have not always been a vegetarian, okay? I remember what it was like to eat that sweet meat that Dr. Afrika was talking about. Sweet meat smell awfully good. But I'm better now. I understand one thing. I understand that the melanin needs nutrition to function. And guess who else understands that? White people. They understand that. You know why they understand that? Because they have to suppress your melanin to keep you from waking up. Because guess what's going to happen when you wake up? What's going to happen? You're going to stop watching their shows. You're going to stop trying to get a job from them. You're going to be creators. That's who your ancestors were. Remember I talked about when I started, I said, are you black? Are you black and proud? Yes. Are you really black and proud? Yes. Or is this just like wearing, an outfit or a designer purse? Is that how you're using your blackness? You just getting up in the morning and just wearing it like a designer person, saying I know, I'm just a designer person here. I'm not using it. You are a powerful people. It's time to start using it and using it for your culture. Are you using your culture? Are you using your power? So we talked about melanin. And melanin makes you powerful. Okay? Now, if I don't want you to be powerful, what am I going to give you? Sugar, alcohol, what else? Cigarettes, what else? Sweet meat. What else?
White flour.
White flour. Homeboy, hey. I'm getting a lot of truth from over here. What about over here? If I wanted to mess you up, salt. What else? Vinegar. What else? Let's talk about it. Being with Bookie, because a little bit of man is better than no man at all. Right? Well, at least she do cook. She make a good meal. But you stressed out and ain't got no money.
White woman.
Woo! Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Oh, let's talk about that. Now they talk about white men, white women. We all got it in our family, do we not? Yes. And what were you saying about it when they brought them home? That's that village not intact. That village is not intact. Excuse me. It's coming off. Might as well take it off.
What about television?
Television is exactly what it says it is. It's programming. So all this black people. Why are you not doing it? How many people in here have cable? Raise your hands up high. Everybody look around. No, keep your hands, wait, do like this. Look this way. Okay, you put your hands down. Why do you have cable? You only watch probably like 10 of the channels. Sports and alter reality. You said my team won. It ain't your damn team. They ain't gave you no money. You're still going to work. These are the type of things that we have to talk about. Now we're talking about melanin, right? We black and we proud. But proud of what? How are we exemplifying our blackness? That money that you spending on that cable bill. How much is your cable bills? Don't be shy now. I saw a lot of hands. And I know some of y'all ain't paid the bill yet. Okay? What's the average cable bill? $80. $80. How many people pay over $100 for cable? Thank you, sister, for keeping it real back there. I appreciate it. Over $100.
It's got a bundle.
A bundle. Bundle. Like they bundle us as Negroes. That sounds familiar. Now, we were talking about economics. And we're talking about melanin. And we're talking about being powerful. But our source of our power, we're actually giving to the other team.
Right.
How powerful are you, really? Can you cut your cable off? How many people here can cut the cable off?
Already done. Yeah.
Already did it? Yeah. How many people, for the sake of being black and proud, will cut your cable off? Y'all know each other in the house. Raise your hand high. Do y'all know each other? Everybody look. You know. Go to their house. Come into your house. Come into your house. Take that money and put it back to your culture. That's how you start to become powerful. You understand that? How many people smoke? Come on. Okay, we got 2 smokers, 3, 4. I'm looking over you. Who else? Smoker, weed. Come on now, Mary J. Come on, cigarettes. when I get on the marijuana. He's like, I don't want to give it up because I get spiritual. Okay? Okay, don't raise your hand if you're smoking marijuana. Okay, I'm just gonna talk to my Mary J. smokers in the house. And I don't know who you are. I want you to give it up. Because you're actually stripping your melanin when you smoke marijuana. You're killing your liver when you smoke marijuana. And you're not more spiritual, you're actually dumb as hell. And I'm being nice. You're slow and you're dumb when you smoke marijuana. I'm sorry? Oh, with the medical marijuana. Let's talk about some medical marijuana. What about that medical marijuana, Dr. Afrika? Because the people in the white coats gave it to you, now it has some relevance. Go give it back to them and tell their mamas to smoke it. Okay? Now we're talking about being black and proud, right? See, we're just going to take little small steps in being black and proud. We done got rid of the cable. We're going to stop smoking for those of us in here who know that they smoke, and yes, I can tell. Give it up. Is that marijuana stronger than your melanin inside your body? Are you really black and proud? Because if you are black and proud, you can't smoke marijuana. Okay? They can't live in the same house. Let's talk about a house. Melanin is a very powerful chemical. And we're going to start with the basics. We're going to start off with the cells. Everybody say cells. Cells. And cells make tissues, so say tissue. And tissues make organs, so say organs. And organs make organ systems. Okay, we start off by saying cells, right? And cells make what? Tissues. And tissues make what? Organs. And organs make what? Organ systems. Okay, so if I want to jack you up, where am I going to go to first? The cell. Because if I mess up that cell, it's going to make messed up tissue. And when I mess that tissue up, that tissue is going to make messed up organs. And then if I really want to jack you up, the organ's going to make bad organs. Do you understand what they're doing to you? So you gave the cell tissue. Excuse me. So you gave the cell sugar. You gave the cell sugar. How many of us grew up on sugar? Hey, look at the plantation. We should be mad as hell. You hear me? I'm raising my hand too, and I ain't raising the roof. I'm raising my hand. Okay? So you made that cell an environment of what? Sugar, right? Sugar robs the body of moisture. Okay? It makes the body actually starve. So that cell that ate the sugar actually made tissue that was what? Starved. Okay? That starved tissue that has the sugar in it, then it's starting to be dried out. So then you start having a dried out what? Organ. And that dried out organ starts to proliferate, and it makes dry what? Organ system. Now, do you know what organ system is? Respiratory system, digestive system, integumentary system, which is just the skin. What else? Nervous system, endocrine system, skeletal system, muscular system. So you got these muscles. We're going to go backwards. This is the muscular system, okay? Your muscles is aching. When you get up in the morning, you can't even step on your feet. Anybody know what that's like? You get up out the bed and you're like, woo, and you got to hobble a little bit and do a little bit of a stretch before you can actually move. That's the musculature system. But let's go backwards. So we have a bad musculature system that was fed sugar. So it made you very stiff. But it was built because it came from a bad what? Organs, which were the muscles, which was then built by bad what? Tissues. Very good. Bad tissues. And how was the bad tissue built? By bad cells. Is this rocket science? How many people gonna walk out of here and eat some white bread? Come on. How many people in here gonna walk out of here and eat some white bread? What about white rice? Oh, I got some bougie. I don't eat white rice and white bread. What about white sugar? You gonna quit? You gonna quit? Stand up. Put your fist in the air. Say I'm gonna quit. Because I love myself. And I'm building myself healthy Melanie.
And I love all of you too.
That's what's up. Let's give it up for him. He said he was gonna quit.
I put coffee this morning, white sugar in my coffee this morning.
Now you know he needs some deliverance. But we related. So it's like I'm talking about my uncle. I don't want you to feel like, this is, somebody on the other side of the tracks dissing you. I'm on the same side of the tracks you are saying no more coffee.
South Carolina.
Okay, that's what's up. No more coffee. Dude, no more coffee. Okay, coffee. Let's go back to the cell. What does coffee do when you drink it? Makes you hyper and jittery. Okay, so you hyper and jittery, right? So this hyper and jittery cell makes a hyper and jittery what? Tissue, right? So it was a cell first, right? You gave it to the cell, so the cell's shaking, right? And then it's going to do what? Tissue. Okay? Nerve damage. Nerve damage. Okay, so you're shaking, right? So this nerve damage tissue going to make nerve damage what? Organs. Oh my gosh, I don't understand why I'm getting all these shooting pains all over my body. I need some more coffee now. Okay? So this nerve damage, organ makes nerve damage what? Now you're a nervous wreck. Now you're a nervous wreck. Now why you a nervous wreck? Are you thinking correctly? How many people in here drink coffee? Drink it. Drink coffee. What you do with it?
I quit.
Oh. She said drink it. I'm like, there's something else to do with it, but I know they have it. Raise your hands. My coffee drinkers. Oh, I don't care how much. Just put your hand in there. Everybody look next door. We got 3 in a row over here. Look at this. The people who have their hands up understand that you're damaging your system with that coffee. You're speeding the body up. You're actually making it in a fight or flight mode. The body's under a lot of stress. It's stressing the kidneys out. It's stressing your circulatory system out. How many people who drink coffee have high blood pressure? Raise your hand to the coffee drinkers. Now keep your hands up if you have high blood pressure. Is there a correlation? But somebody ain't telling me no truth because I see some coffee drinkers over here. Where are my coffee drinkers over here? Any of you have high blood pressure? He said, because I drink decaf. All right, let's talk about this now. I love it, honey. We gotta have it. This is why we have this family reunion. Okay? Okay, so I'm drinking, right? But it's red wine. It's still wine. It's wine. You still drinking coffee. Okay? So you gonna give it up? I don't believe it. She said, yeah. Now we had someone in here, we had a group of people who said they actually drink coffee and they have high blood pressure. Can I get the family together? Is it okay? I want the family, just give me a clap. Just give me a clap. That's right, like that. That's the way the heart is. Come on, get a clap, come on. Now when you drink that coffee, clap faster. Yeah. You might have 2 cups, 3 cups. Go harder, come on. Keep it up. And you hate me, keep it up. You hate your job, keep it up. Harder. This is how your heart is beating. Now stop, now feel your hands. How do your hands feel? Hot. That's how the heart feels. That's why you have blood pressure issues. Because that blood got really thick. And it's like trying to get a sludge to go through your system. That heat that you're actually feeling in your hands. Anybody's hands starting to actually feel sweaty? Well, you weren't clapping long and hard enough. Because that is the effect. And that's what the heart is doing. Okay? So can you start clapping really fast and I'll tell you when to stop? Please. Yeah, you can. Harder, faster. Come on. How many of us quit? Your heart quit. Your heart quit. How many of us got tired? Your heart is tired. How many of us still could persevere and clap? Did you start getting winded? It would start to get harder and harder? You were just clapping your hands. But let me tell you what makes your heart do that. Chicken. Chicken! Everybody say chicken. Chicken! Quit it. Stop it at chicken. It does that. It does. I'm not even playing. It does that. For real. White rice. Baked chicken, boo. Baked chicken. Baked chicken. Write it down. You remember how your hands felt? This is serious. A lot of us are walking around with our hearts doing that. And you wonder when you're getting up trying to walk up the steps, you're so tired. Have you ever tried to just tread some steps and you just winded and you don't smoke? And you don't smoke. Coffee. Come on, what else y'all been doing? Tea. Because a lot of y'all do, a lot of what you're doing is caffeinated anyway. Are you getting organic tea? This costs too much. I ain't buying that organic tea. You want that one that costs 99 cents a box. Yes, that tea that's caffeinated. What else? Chocolate. What else? Coca-Cola. Now, come on, Negro brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties of mine. Y'all ain't telling me the truth right now. What else are you eating? Pork chops. Thank you for keeping it real. Come on. She said, not me. My cousin. Who else? Milk. Cheese. Fish. Okay, so what's wrong with fish? What's wrong with fish? It's our cousin. What happened to the fish? It's nothing wrong with the fish until you eat it. When you ate it is when you made the problem. Salmon. I don't care who it is. If it's in water, they are fine until you eat it. Okay? Let's talk about the water. What just happened in the world? Fukushima. Who was Fukushima? It wasn't a chick. Who was Fukushima? It's radiation, right? Nuclear waste got into the water. Okay? That water filters through the gills of fish, correct? Yeah. What else happened to the water? Oil spill. Where's your fish coming from? Oh, you know. So if you know it's coming from the Gulf, who wants to eat that fish? With two heads. With two heads. With cancer. And you talking to somebody who used to love seafood. Lord, I'm about to start shaking right now. I couldn't believe it when I said, Lord, don't mess with the fish. What made you stop? Now that you understand that you're eating contaminated food and high mercury counts inside the fish, do you still want to eat it? How many people say yes? Keep it real, come on. I look back at this one back here. She said, okay, we got one over here. How many other people still want to eat some fish? She said, I got it. I'm going to eat me some fish. She said, 1 second, hold that thought. So it's emotional now. Dr. Afrika said we had emotional illnesses. If I tell you that the fish that you are about to eat had 2 heads, cancer, and probably eggs, and you still eat it? But they're not going to tell you that. They're just going to put some good old seasons over top of your fish. You're like, it's the best tasting fish. Okay? What else are we eating? Come on, family. Salt, potato chips, killing your melanin. How come y'all so quiet? Got your arms pulled up like she all in my business right now. I told y'all we was related.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, no questions, no questions. Not yet. Hold it. Hold it and we'll get to it, okay? How else are you killing your melanin?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. How many of us think it's okay to drink alcohol? I don't drink that. I'm a practitioner, so I hear it all. They say, no, honey, I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I just, I'm a social drinker. What the hell is that? Can you tell me what a social drinker is? Only on the weekends. If you're drinking on the weekends, is that social? No. When do you become from social to a drunk?
Yeah.
When you get drunk.
When you get drunk. Okay. You said when you get drunk. That's easy. When you drink the alcohol converts to what?
Sugar.
What does sugar mess with?
Liver.
Your liver, what else?
Cells, tissue, organs.
And your melanin. And your melanin. And your melanin. So you gonna quit? Are you gonna quit?
Folks got herbs in.
Are you gonna quit? You know what? Come here. Come here. Come here. You. I want you. Sit right here. Come on. I just want you in your assignment, and you can sit right here. That's right. We family, right? What's your name?
I am Cut Ali Day.
Okay, we gotta run this back again. You gotta give me a shorter name. What's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle? That's what's up. Everybody say what's up to Kyle. Okay, so Kyle thinks it's okay to drink alcohol with herbs in it. What we're gonna do for Kyle right now, I'm gonna be talking, and I'm gonna make him demonstrate exactly what alcohol does to the pancreas and the blood.
You say you got a cramp.
You make me laugh.
Well, that's okay. Pray for Kyle, because he's about to do what I'm about to ask him to do. Okay? So this is what we're going to do for you. We want you to demonstrate exactly what alcohol does to the body. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand up and sit down. And just stand up and sit down. Yeah, that's all I want you to do is just stand up and sit until I tell you to stop. Okay, so I'm going to keep on talking. Sit down. Don't stop. Come on. This is alcohol with herbs in it. Come on, sit down. I need to connect with my brothers and my sisters. Faster, Kyle. Come on. That's right. Now, this is what alcohol, red wine, what else? Beer. What you're going to start noticing is that his knees are going to start shaking in a minute. Oh, no. Oh, you got it like that. Up and down. Come on. Up and down. And I'm going to keep on talking. Because, see, we don't believe that fat meat is greasy. We don't believe it. We got to actually have something happen to us before we believe that something is actually bad. Okay, so we're breaking down his belief system of alcohol with herbs. And I'm going to throw marijuana in there too. I'm not saying that. I didn't say you did it. I didn't say you did it. I didn't say you did it. I'm just saying. This is just for the weed smokers. See, you got to be the advocate for the weed smokers in the house who didn't want to raise their hand. Can you start to see him get winded? Because that gum is awfully good right now. The body gets physically tired when you drink things like alcohol, okay? Sugar converts to alcohol, and you're drinking alcohol. What in the world, so what are you doing to your cellular system? What are you doing to your cellular system when you drink alcohol? You got a drunk cell, and that drunk cell is making a drunk what? Tissue. And that drunk tissue is making drunk what? And that drunk organ is making drunk what? So now you're wondering why your hair's not growing. You're wondering why you can't see. You know? Y'all keep on going, baby. You can do it. You can do it. You're trying to figure out why your teeth are falling out. It's because of your habits. Okay? Oh, I ain't done with you. Keep coming. You doing good, though. He doing good for his age. Especially if he like picking up a couple notches. But we're going to be black and proud, right? Yes. We're going to give up alcohol in all forms. How many of us like pasta? Did you know eating pasta converts to what? Sugar. And sugar converts to what? Alcohol. So by default, you drink it. Yeah. And that's why you get so damn happy. You know, when you get something good, you're like, woo, this is so good. You ever felt like that when you ate something that you really like? Got some sweets and you just want to dance saying, woo, this is so good. And you're laughing and because you drunk. You're drunk. And you making kids drunk. Now look at Kai. How you feeling?
I feel good.
He feels good. Do it some more. He don't believe it. So keep on going. See, because sometimes we have to be broken down.
Well, I'm 54 now.
And he's throwing up the fact that he's 54. That's what's up. Let's see what 54 can do for you. Keep it up. Yeah, go faster. That's right. See, because we think that drinking alcohol, you're still able to go to work, you're still able to be functional, but the body is still being stressed. This is what the body's doing. Never resting. He's supposed to be asleep, but guess what his body's doing? His body's working. Never gets any rest. This is what you do when you drink alcohol. Okay? The body becomes in an acid state. And Kai, are you at least going to tell us if you're hot or are you starting to feel hot?
I run a 7-minute mile.
Oh, go faster. Faster, Kai, faster. Okay, so if you do look at his skin, keep on going, baby. We like the fact that you in your 50s.
He must be a marathon.
Okay, wait.
No, I'm not.
But let me tell you something. Even marathon runners can die. Have you ever seen a marathon runner have a heart attack? You heard about it?
That's right.
It's because they thought because they were so fit that they could do anything. And you can't. Keep on going, baby. You need a coach or you doing good? You're doing good. Keep it going. This is what you're doing to your body. Have you ever tried to go to bed and just get up out the bed and lay back down and get back up and lay back down? Are you getting any rest? Is his cellular system getting any rest? When he drinks, every cell in his body is doing this. When is he going to get rest? His heart. When's he going to get rest? How you doing?
Every day.
You doing good? Oh, okay. You're doing good. Hold on. No. Keep on going. Give me a young person. You. Can you come up here for me? Come on, cousin. Come on, cousin. No, keep on going. We ain't counting. You're not counting when you drink alcohol. The body doesn't count it. You understand? The body just down up. Go ahead.
My thighs are tight. I didn't get to stretch before.
Okay, that's okay. But see, do you stretch? Do we stretch before we drink alcohol? Do we stretch before we drink alcohol?
He drank too.
Oh, yes! Yes! That was good. I got 2 of them. Okay, stand up and down. Because misery love company.
My legs are tight.
Come on, Kyle. Everybody say, come on, Kyle. That's right. Either Are you going to make the decision to stop drinking?
Yes.
Yes.
No. I don't believe you yet. Kyle, what do you say?
I'm working on it.
No, okay, keep on going. Because see, you don't understand that the collateral damage inside the body is the same. Do you understand what I'm trying to connect to you and tell you? Do you think that melanin can actually work inside of a body that's doing this? Can a melanin actually build a pyramid inside a body that's consciously doing this? Because the body is on doing this. It's stressing out. When you are under stress, you work on 4 systems. The first system is your digestive system. Say your digestive system. Your digestive system shuts down. Meaning you don't digest food, you don't do any parts of digestion when you're under stress. Okay? Now this body right here, both of these bodies drinking alcohol are under dire stress, which is the digestive system is shutting off. When you're under stress, and this is not just for people who drink and smoke. No, if you're in a bad relationship, how many people know what it's like to be in a bad relationship? Raise it up high. And do we have anybody in the house that's never been in a bad relationship? Never? Ever? I'm so glad I ain't seen no hands. Let's get to talk. When you're in that bad relationship, your digestive system shuts off. It shuts off. Your digestive system shuts off when you're in a bad relationship, right? Okay. I'm still, say, come on, but you don't stress before, keep on going. So the digestive system, this is what the body is doing. It's giving out on you. I'm so sick of seeing our people that is under drugs and alcohol. I'm sick of it.
Don't punish me.
I'm sorry, but you gotta be the one. You gotta be the one. This is what you're doing in your body.
Okay.
This is why you can't keep a job. This is why you can't focus. How you doing? You gonna quit?
Yes.
You gonna quit? Yeah. Do y'all believe him? No. Keep it going.
I'm gonna quit.
Come on. I don't believe you. Now you win.
Soon, real soon.
Get up. Get sit down.
Keep going.
Keep on going. Yeah. Y'all some good looking strong men. Keep on going. So when your digestive system shuts off, you eat every day, right? Do you ever stop eating when you're under stress? No. Did you stop eating when you was in that bad relationship, or was you having that meal with the crazy person you was with? Your body wasn't digesting the food because it was turned off. So now this food is actually sitting inside your body, wondering why you had gas. Oh, we know what gas is like, right? Is anybody don't know what gas is? It's when you fart. Okay? Because that digestive system is shut off. Okay? So that food starting to putrefy. You all right? Come on. Don't be hard-headed. You know I'm doing this for a reason. Don't be hard-headed. Stop being hard-headed. Be hard-headed with something else. Don't kill yourself. Don't drink alcohol to hurt yourself. This is why I'm doing this. This is not just for alcohol. This is for bad eating. This is for juice. How many people still drinking Kool-Aid? How many people? Oh, you get faster. That's why I picked you. Let's look at Kai's forehead. Kai's forehead has sweat on it, right? And if you can feel, he has heat coming off of him. He's very hot. But this is what his body is perpetually like every single day. Every day. Yeah, every day on the inside.
Oh.
And this is what you're, you talking about sweating? Oh, you hot. Lord.
Yeah, I generate a lot of heat.
Okay, but hold on, Kyle. No, you ain't gonna stop. You keep on going, especially you've been drinking Kool-Aid. Keep on going. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm telling you, this is your container. Everybody touch their container. How do you get stuff in your container? That's how you get it in there? When you put bad stuff in a container, the container starts to heat up. We're looking at a container that's actually heated up. You can see the sweat visibly on his forehead. But you can't see the organs inside the container. But let me tell you what's inside the container. Your muscles are sweating inside the body, which causes what? Inflammation. Your bones are sweating inside the body, which is causing what? Arthritis. Okay? Your nerves are actually what? Sweating, which is causing what? Nerve damage. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because you can't physically see on the inside of the container, your body on the outside tells you what the body on the inside is doing. And I tell you, I'm not laughing at you, Kyle.
There you are. Don't sweat like
Kyle is hot, okay? He is really hot, okay? And what I want Kyle to do,
he needs a massage.
Kyle,
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to stand up for me. And I just want you to just the people on the outer layer, just put your hand out so Kyle can just slap you 5. Go around and slap people 5. Yeah, that's right. Can you feel the heat? Can you feel the heat? No, keep on going, Kyle. Keep on going. What's your name?
Walker.
Walker. All right, Walker. Keep on going, because I'm getting on you about Kool-Aid, Walker. No more Kool-Aid. Not even at family reunions. When are we going to start doing right at our family reunions? Do you gotta be a buffoon because your family acting like a buffoon? How many people gonna stand up and say, you know what, this is not what I'm gonna do. This is unhealthy. How many of my healthy people in here has gone to your family reunions and chat just to be like, no, we're not doing this? And how did it go?
Not very.
It was all right? Did you take them food? Did they eat your new food? Did they like it? Well, you need to continue to do it until they like it. Walker, how you doing?
It's getting there.
It's getting there? What's getting there?
Heart rate.
Heart rate? This is what is happening on the inside of the body. With your coffee, with your sugar. This is what's happening. So the digestive system is shutting off. I'm only going to give you like 20 more times and then you can stop. Your immune system shuts off when you're under stress. You know what that means? Have you ever gotten sick and they said it was something wrong with your immune system? You know what was wrong with it? It was turned off. It was turned off. So was anything really wrong with your immune system? If I turn the lights off in here, what's going to happen to this room? It's going to get dark, right? If I want a light, all I have to do is walk over and do what? Flip the switch, right? So the immune system, the switch got turned off when you were under stress. So the immune system can't fight anything because it's not turned off. Give me 5. Walker, no more Kool-Aid. Let's give it up for Walker, no Kool-Aid. We have to start holding each other accountable. You can't look at people and, what does he call? I say I don't reward bad behavior. I don't reward bad behavior. Are you sitting here watching somebody, they drinking, and they falling all over and you laughing at them? You're the jerk. You're the jerk for laughing at them. You want to go out and have fun and you want to take somebody and get them drunk. You're an idiot. You're an idiot to do that. Even if you're in a group of people and somebody in the group is doing it, you should disassociate yourself because you're a part of it. Because they killing their melanin and you're a part. You're an accessory to the crime. We have to start taking ourselves accountable. Do you understand that? So when you give somebody some macaroni and cheese, how many people like macaroni and cheese? She said, I don't eat it no more. Macaroni and cheese is bad. So if you cooked it, you part of the crime. And your body gonna be doing this, up and down, gas, everything, gonna be going crazy. Gonna be constipated next. Okay? So your digestive system shuts off under stress. Your immune system shuts off during stress. Your reproductive system turns off. What's your reproductive system? Ovaries. Come on, y'all. Prostate, penis, vagina, heavy periods. That's fallopian tubes, infertility, that's stress. That's that body being fibroids. That's the body's being under stress. Okay? I want to talk about the men too. Yeah, penis used to be up here. You know, was feeling was good, and now it's falling and falling and falling and falling and falling, and it's getting softer and softer and softer and softer until it falls. And when it's down here, it's dead. That's the reproductive system under stress. Yeah, that's what it is. We need to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And women, drier, 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 drier. And I'm not talking about Maytag. And the excretory system is the last system that gets turned off. The excretory system gets rid of waste. Okay? It's the trash compacting system, or you know how they come and pick up the trash. Have you ever thought about having trash stay in your house and never taking it out? What would happen? Stank. What was stank? The house with more than stank? Well, half of y'all's bodies more than stank. Stank. Nasty, funky, dirty stank. Because you've been under stress. You've been in that bad relationship. You've had that job you hate. You understand? Staying in an environment that you know is not conducive to your wellness. You stink. Reality stank. Okay? It's just stank. That's what's happening. Your cells can't throw off the waste. Your blood can't throw off the waste. Every part of your body has a trash compactor system. Okay? It has a way to dispose system to get rid of the waste. But when you're under stress, it can't take the waste out. Say it loud. Say it loud. Okay, y'all. It was such a pleasure for me to be able to talk to my brothers, my sisters, my aunties, my uncles. You're all beautiful. And I just want you to know that y'all who says you get rid of the cable, don't y'all pay that cable bill next month. I'll come and visit you. Alcohol, y'all get rid of alcohol. What else y'all get rid of? Caffeine and sugar. Chicken. Fish. Dairy. That's the only way we're going to be a proud, powerful people. That's the only way we're going to get to be proud and powerful, okay? Thank you so much.
I guess I'll answer some questions. As long as it's a question and not a delivery of a eulogy or something. Just a question. Your hand came up first, brother.
Yeah. I got a question about phytic acid. I saw some articles and things about eating nuts, too much nuts, seeds, and legumes, and they're basically saying that we can't digest the phytic acid in the legumes and nuts, so they suggest you soak it or to ferment it. But I wanted to know your take on it because I was doing some research on that, and this all came about by a man named Edward Melanie, and he did some tests on dogs trying to find out what causes rickets, and basically it came about by that. But I want to know if we can digest phytic acid in nuts, legumes, seeds, and stuff like that. Because what I've seen is it's phosphorus is natural state.
So your question is about acid.
Yeah.
And acid in certain foods. There's questions about can we digest acid in certain foods. I have to go back and ask the question correctly. Can we digest foods that are ripe? And the answer is yes. The problem is they don't sell ripe beans and rice and wheat in the United States of America. They sell it unripe. So the question should be, can you digest unripe stuff? And I'm saying, no, you can't. Unsweet fruits ripen early. Okra ripens early. Wait till it gets late, it's going to be too tough to chew. Anybody done any farming know what I'm talking about? That's a fruit because it has a seed inside of it. Anything that has a seed inside of it or reproduces is a fruit. A rose flower is a fruit. Cauliflower is a fruit. All flowers are fruit because that's the reproductive part of the plant. It has a seed inside of it, it's a fruit. Okra is a fruit. String beans are fruits. All beans are fruits, but they ripen early and they're partially green. A partially green grain of rice is a ripe rice. That's when it should be eaten. A partially green bean, being lima bean, pinto beans, I'm against integrated beans, but that's another story. Pinto beans, northern beans is partially green, that's when it's ripe. So the person should have framed the question correct, not you, the person who's presenting this information. They're just assuming that this is okay, but the reason why the beans are unripe is because they stay on the shelf longer, and you can make your money. Ripe, the dried rice, that's unripe. It can stay on the shelf a long time. Lentils, all that's unripe. It should be partially green, that's when you eat it. Unsweet fruits ripen early. Sweet fruits ripen late. Bananas, apples, oranges. You understand what I'm saying, basically. Yeah, you can digest them, but they should have phrased the damn thing correctly. It's not a problem. It's just that they eat unripe stuff and have a reaction to it, and they blame it in the plant. Every plant makes a poison. There is no such thing as a poison in chemistry. It's just nitrogen, hydrogen, calcium, potassium. There's no such thing as a poison under a microscope. It's just that some plants have a very high amount of iron in it. If you eat too much of it, you get constipated. Some plants have a high amount of this in it. That's what we call it a poison. The plant has to protect itself from people and animals and insects, so it makes one element, calcium, magnesium, potassium, very high. So you can't eat a lot of it. You got to switch and eat a variety. So we go around saying, I shouldn't eat soybeans because they're poison in that. I shouldn't eat asparagus because arsenic is in that. No, it's in the right ratio. Poison is only poison by dosage in science. There's no such thing as a poison. So the question, I'm framing it correctly. A lot of that question was social science, and that doesn't compute really. Yeah, you can handle acid all right. It's not a problem at all. Well, who's next, Randy? You monitoring this? Because a lot of people think that they got 5 fingers, they can ask questions. Yes.
Could you talk about gluten-free products today on the market?
Gluten-free products are made, but people have celiac disease. So you take out the gluten so they won't have a reaction. That's it. Rest of it just marketing. Gluten is a fiber. You shouldn't want to take the fiber out of the damn plant. It's kind of like, duh. It's the Europeans being Caucasians being Caucasians. I don't know what else to say. The stuff they do is just way out there. Gluten-free products are made. All plants have something to hold them together. We call it glue. Gluten. Every plant has something to hold it together. Every plant has gluten in it. They're taking the gluten out of it because that's for somebody who has celiac disease. If you don't have celiac disease, what the hell are you taking the gluten out for? And they're only talking about a particular type of wheat, that's split wheat from Europe. We have problems with that wheat. That's the wheat you eat in pancakes and pizza and all that. That's not our wheat. Our wheat is spelt, kamut, amarantha. Those are the wheats of African people. They have been helpful, so it's not hard to get their spelt bread and kamut, amarantha. You'll see it. Those are the wheats that African people ate. Splint wheat is what you're eating. That's from Europe. That's the one we have problems with. So you can take the gluten out of it if you want to deal with it, but that's just that type of wheat. There's 100 different types of wheat. So it's getting kind of weird. You talk about white people, there's 250 languages of English. You just talk about one English, and I'm just saying, what about those other English? There's Wales, there's Irish, what are you talking about here? it's kind of weird, but nonetheless, gluten is a nice marketing thing. Praise the Lord, thank you, Jesus, whatever.
Thank you.
What are some of the first steps you can take to changing from our what we consider a normal American diet, which we know is no good, and all the things that you talked about here? Because we can go home and throw everything away. But
Don't
where
do
we
that, don't
start?
worry your money.
But of course. But I'm saying, but where do you start?
Well, you can start by not adding salt to your food or sugar to your food. Start there. And it's not a very good taste, this brown rice. Some people just can't deal with it. So you got to mix the brown rice with the white rice. I mean, you got to go slow. You got a Negro on your problems. So don't try to make someone go cold turkey off of Kellogg's cornflakes. You got to mix it with the health food cornflakes. I mean, be kind to a Negro. They get violent with things. They'll eat their food stamps and get too upset. So I would just go that way and just start taking things out of the diet and replace the milk with almond milk, rice milk, and soy milk. Just go that way to have rice, cheese, soy cheese, all that kind of stuff.
Brown rice pasta.
Brown rice, they have corn pasta, they have spelt pasta, they have,
Okay.
it's, pasta is just another word for bread. They like to boil their bread. Some people like to toast their bread. Some people like to fry their bread, call it pancakes. That's frying bread. It's just dough. Yeah. So you follow me? Thank you.
I want to know, what do you think about coffee enemas?
So you don't want to drink it, you want to put it in your ass. Coffee enemas. First of all, the coffee bean, you cannot eat ripe coffee bean soup. That's crazy. The only way you can really make a drug is to cook it. If you don't cook it, they gotta cook cocaine, they gotta cook alcohol, they call it distillation. You gotta cook to make a drug. So when you cook something, you take out the moisture, you concentrate it. So that concentrated bean is a coffee bean, which is by definition a drug in itself. Too much caffeine, which is high in with breast cancer and a lot of other things. So the body's taking the coffee in the behind. Hope they don't put no milk and cream with it. So they're taking the coffee in the behind, and it senses a poison is going to the liver. And the liver's trying to break down that poison and squirts out what we call enzymes. So they're going the back way to get to the liver to stimulate it to do the work. Instead of taking dandelion root or milk thistle, they go in the back way. So it's in certain instances, I guess you have to do that. I just don't see that being sold at Starbucks that way. So in any case, no, it just takes a milk thistle or dandelion root to stimulate your liver to break down the waste with enzymes rather than going from your behind. The only thing I would recommend for your ass, not personal, is if you have constipated, you need a laxative, put the laxative in the water and then take an enema with the laxative. Don't drink it and let it pass through your stomach and irritate all that. Just go right to where the problem is, in your ass. You follow what I'm saying? Put the laxative in the enema bag and then put it in your behind, rather than drink it and let it go through all of that. I recommend that kind of thing, a laxative enema. You gotta get rid of your coffee some kind of way. I guess it's fine. Barbara Brown, thank you.
The seed vegetables like wakame, arame, kelp, I know they're high in trace minerals, but with the radiation in the water, so I'm just wondering, are they safe? Are they coming from China, some of them, packaging?
The water, of course, is polluted because of the nuclear explosions in the water and Japan and all that other stuff. No, I wouldn't bother with that anymore because of the high amount of it. There's some that's grown on these organic farms. They have some that's grown, people have farms that they grow these plants and those are fine. There's no problem with that. Yeah. Organic grown on a farm would be better.
Another question, okay, I don't drink the alkaline water, I used to way back, but can you tell the audience about the alkaline water versus spring water?
Okay, spring water technically comes from a spring. And what's in that water is bird manure. Birds live in water, you know, they drop a little turd and they keep flying. Fish manure, there's plants in it, there's algae, there's plankton. So spring water has vitamin B12 in it. Spring water. But they got the water from a spring and they filter it and put it in a bottle and they put spring water on it. But spring water itself is alive. It had plants in it, all kind of plankton and stuff. So that's good. That's good water. What is happening is you have a stomach that has hydrochloric acid in it, this acid, but the body can't metabolize food unless it's alkaline. When it gets alkaline, it's in your small intestine and colon. And what transforms the food from acid to alkaline is the liver and the pancreas. So their liver is not doing the job of alkalining the food, which can be water or anything. If their liver was up to speed, normal, they wouldn't need alkaline water because the liver and pancreas are going to alkaline it anyway. So the machine is saying you need alkaline water at a certain number, we call it 7.2 or 7.8, but your body says, I want it at 7.0. So you bought some water that was alkaline, the body said, that's not what I need. Now you're making your liver work twice as hard to make the water at the right alkaline level. But if you had a healthy liver, it would do it naturally. But it's a nice attempt to be well, I suppose. I think that's it, right? There's nobody else to ask. Well, you don't have to ask the question.
I know you talked about the vinegar. I'm sorry. The apple cider vinegar, no.
Vinegar is a social name for a chemical called acetic acid. Acetic acid is a poison. The social name is called vinegar. She's asking me, is it all right to drink organic wine? Simple. And I'm saying the end result is alcohol. I don't care how you start it, but the end result is this poison called acetic acid. So I would say no. But you would get, if you want to taste, you just use raw lemon juice and squeeze it on, and you can't tell raw lemon juice from vinegar, taste-wise.
Dr. Afrika, not a broad question. What are your thoughts about GMOs?
He's asking me about genetically modified plants and animals. What is my thoughts about a freak? They have changed the plants for some who don't know. They cut a seed in half and have it half moth and half a seed. They call it genetically modified. When I cut a seed in half and add a animal bacteria or fungus or something on the other half. So now I'm getting two plants for one seed. This is a very good marketing device. Because these plants have a limitation of what they're going to do. They say, I can take so much salt and then I'm going to die. But if you want to increase the salt content of the plant, you increase it on the animal side. I hope I'm not getting too much of chemistry for you. So they can increase the sugar content of a plant, but a beet has a limit of how much sugar it will make. You can do whatever you want. The beet says, that's it. I ain't making no more. If I make some more, I'm going to die. That's the limit. So you take a beet seed and cross it with a rat cell, you make it the sugar rich on the rat side instead of on the alkaline. That's what they're doing. You eating something that may speak to you. Assalamu alaikum. You don't understand. You eat the half animal and half plant.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with diabetes and also high blood pressure. But I know most of the people in the black community, everybody's taking metformin and lisinopril. The doctors just pass them out like candy. Some people on 3 and 4 blood pressure. Is there anything else? Because it seems like a racket to me.
Well, the medical industry has to survive, mind you. The sugar is a preservative and it pulls the moisture out of things. They used to preserve plums and they call them sugar plums. Because once you pull the moisture out of meat, it can stay. You don't have a problem with it. Use salt to pull the moisture out of it. You call it salt fish. Or they used to do that with ham and pork. They used to dry them out with salt, and you can dry them out with sugar in any form. So what is happening is you eat the salt, it dries out your tissue. You eat the sugar, it's still going to dry out when it dries out. And you know alcohol will dry out your skin. So you know the sugar turns to alcohol, so it's drying you out. So that's what's happening. The filters on the kidney need to be flexible. And when you dry them out, they get too stiff and they can't do their work. And after a while, you're on dialysis. I'm just pointing out the sugar going to dialysis. And that's the major problem is they eat these concentrated sweeteners. When you concentrate anything, it wants to get the water back. If you eat a raisin, the body's going to put the water back into the raisin, turn it into a grape before it metabolizes it. That's what I'm saying. So it's going to rob the water from somewhere, your eyes, your brain. It's going to take the water to put it back into the plant. That's why they have those little packets you find in vitamins and minerals. You see a little pack of silicone? That's because that's a concentrate, and all concentrates pull moisture. And they don't want the tablet to get the moisture because it'll blow up and fall apart. So they put the packet in it so it will pull the moisture. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so the problem is sugar. Yeah. Well, we got time for one more or two more.
Question about soy. Did you comment on the use of soy products?
I don't think I did say
No.
to
No.
Not saying would you?
Oh yeah, I can comment on it. Yeah. Oh, would I? Oh, that's 2 questions. I was answering this first question. Can you comment on it? I said yes. I was finished. I'm in science. You gotta come at me now. Okay. I will talk about soybeans, commercial soybeans that they grow because they have to feed it to the cattle, the chicken. And if you grow corn, you gotta grow soy. There's no getting around. So commercial, that's just whack because they got the pesticides, herbicides they put on the soybeans. So the commercial soybeans are dangerous because they want them to grow fast, so they put steroids in them and sex hormones in them to make the kids addicted to sex. That's why they want to hear sex, because they're addicted to it. From the chemical to sex. Make it go too far. Because the sex chemicals in the beef, in the chicken, in the turkey, they wanted to grow fast. And to grow fast, you got to stimulate the sex organs, other chemicals in the plant. And you eating the plant, you're going to have a 9-year-old girl wearing a double D cup. Is that what that is, a big cup? Am I right? I'm not too much of a cup except a cup of tea. So I'm just saying that's why they sprout these titties and they all like young. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a sex stimulate their whole system, but that stimulates them to have sex too. I'm trying to tell you. They listen to the music because they gotta listen to the music because they are sexually addicted. That's all I'm trying to say. The commercial soybeans are dangerous. The people in China and Japan that eat soy all the time for 1,000 years only slice up with little cubes of it and put in soup. They don't eat soy chicken, soy burger, soy steak, they don't eat this amount of soy. No way. They may put a couple slices of soy tofu, we call it, in some soup, but they are not eating a tremendous amount of soy that we eat here in this country. And they're not eating commercial soybeans, which have sex steroids in it, and pesticides and herbicides, and they're sliced with rat cells, as you know. No, they don't use rats. They use fungus bacteria. If someone had pneumonia, they just take that little snot and put it on there. But don't worry about it. It tastes good. Just put a little salt on the sugar. I'm trying to help the brother out.
No soy.
Don't eat soy.
No eat soy.
Don't eat soy. Eat something else. Don't eat soy.
What is your take on MSG?
MSG is monosodium glutamate. Glutamate is is a taste bud that you have that makes you want to eat protein. And you have taste buds where? You have taste buds in your lungs, in your nasal passage, in your cheeks. That's what babies' taste buds are. On the side of your lips, under your tongue, roof of your mouth, down here in your thorax, your trachea. You got taste buds all over your damn body. And you have a taste bud say, I feel like eating some salt. So a taste bud say, I'm eating salt, then it switches to another taste. It doesn't have to stay sugar all the day. I'm just trying to tell you the mythology about taste buds. So you have a taste bud that says, eat protein. That's called glutamate. That's what you get from a mushroom called kombu. And the Orientals will put that in their food to enhance the flavor. They came over here and couldn't get the damn thing, so the white man said, don't worry about it, I'll make it for you. And laugh. So he made 3 glutamates. 3 of them is in that. That's some dangerous stuff, because 2 of them are poisons. But that's incidental. The thing is, they wanted something, and the white man tried to provide it for them. It's just being what it is. So that thing itself, of course, caused cancer and the fragmentation of your bones, and it caused maybe some suicidal ideation, but you will just kill yourself. So no need to worry about that at all. 2 more questions, yeah.
Back on that side.
Okay, who is it?
The one with the afro. I see afro and a lady in pink.
That's CJ.
All right, CJ.
You let him ask a question?
Full spectrum light bulbs, when we're dealing with indoor lighting, are they better than regular light bulbs, or is that just some more European marketing?
Full spectrum light bulbs are better than regular light bulbs because they give you all the colors that come from white light. The light is not white, it's like a rainbow. And that gives you all the colors coming from the light. Because if you're missing the color, you're missing stimulation. And they came out with this light bulb because it makes you tired and irritable. This one that doesn't have all the colors in it. It was designed by some guy named Ott. You've ever seen a flower that opens in 15 seconds that show it? Yeah. That's Ott. He designed that kind of thing. Time-lapse photography, they call it. And he's the one who came up with this full spectrum light bulb 50 years ago. So
It's supposed to be better for your mood.
oh, it's better for your moods and decreases suicide and things like that. But that's incidental. Just understand that I write books, okay? But a book cannot give you intelligence. I just want you to know that. God gave you all the intelligence you'll ever have. A book lets you exercise your intelligence, but it cannot give you intelligence. I just want you to know that. God gave you intelligence. But a book, you just exercise. Like God gave you muscles, and you exercise and make them bigger. But God gave you the muscle. God gave you all the intelligence you'll ever have. My books help you exercise it, but they will not make you intelligent. I can give that book to a moron, he'll still be a damn moron. You know that. Was that it?
No, she's standing.
Okay. Yes.
If one wants to get certified under your program, I noticed that there is no locations here in the Charlotte area. So how would one go about doing that if they wanted to get certified as a holistic health care practitioner?
Yes, I teach classes primarily. Dr. Stevenson, I teach how to diagnose your eyes, teeth, tongue, hair, and all that stuff. And chemical tests you can do at home. Teach classes on massage and anatomy and physiology, and chemistry, and basic stuff. And usually some person or group hires us and we come in and teach it, or they come to us in Indianapolis and we teach them there. And I also have it online as well.
So you can't take the class online?
Yeah, you can take it online. You won't talk to me, you talk to a computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also have a question. I have a family member that was diagnosed with liver cancer, but then another doctor said that he just had spots on his liver. What would you suggest, or is he too far gone, if he really does have the cancer, to alternative-wise, could you start doing a liver cleanse and do a vegetable-based diet or a raw diet, or could you start on something that would help alleviate that, or was that just, is he just gone?
He's not gone yet. As long as you're alive, you have a chance. That's the way I go with it. So I would do the dandelion root, the milk thistle, red clover, burdock root, and I'd have a supplement for cancer up here as well. And you have to treat the person for depression, because if you're not healthy, you're depressed. And that's not depressed like you go in a mental institution. You're just naturally depressed because you're not as healthy as you want to be. But black people think depression is mental, you know. So the person is depressed. And cancer's in the liver, but to get to the liver, it had to be in the blood. So it went everywhere. The cancer's all over the body. And it just happened to be a lot in the liver, but it's everywhere because it's circulating in the blood. Yeah, the diet is a part of it, but understand the person is depressed about this. They may think that they were cursed by God, and all these things people go through when they have a disease. And why did it happen to me? Why did it happen to Bush? Why did it happen? No, it happened to you. Because we believe that everything happens to the other guy, but today you're the other guy. You see, that's the
Llaila,
that was
last
it.
question, the guy in the white. One more last question, please.
You're the one more last question.
So what is neuropathy and could it be treated?
What is what? Neuropathy? Huh?
You said
I said neuropathy. Yeah, neuropathy. Neuron means nerve cell. So it's a disease of the nerve cells. I have a supplement called nerve damages. It's for diseases of the nerve cell. Yeah, keep that in mind. The nerves got dried out or something, but I have something with health. But apathy just means disease, and neuron means nerves. Disease of the nerve cells. It doesn't tell you any damn thing. It's just a description, but it's not saying anything. But I think it can be helped, the person with it, yeah. I thank you very much.
Let's give it up for Dr. Afrika and Dr. Stevenson.